Thanks for taking a few minutes to watch this video from virtualroof.com, where we provide cloud computing services that allow your employees to work from anywhere and still be under one virtual roof. We do this by hosting over 300 software applications and their associated data. All of those applications and data can be accessed and used from any of the devices you see on this screen. If you'd like more information about us, you can go to our website. You could also do a search for virtualroof.com on YouTube. You can send us an email at info@virtualroof.com, or you can call us at 866-932-2281. Okay, in this video we're going to be showing how our service works from an iPad in rural Alabama. Just to give you a heads up, this video is pretty long. It starts at the 6-minute mark and lasts until it's a raw video. There's nothing inappropriate in the video, there's no language or anything like that, but it's just long. And the reason that we didn't edit it is because we want you to know that it's an authentic video, that we're not pulling any tricks with video editing. And a good chunk of this video is an ATV ride through the woods that lasts for about 8 minutes and 45 seconds. It starts at the 6-minute 30-second mark and ends at 15:15, so you can skip that whole section if you'd like. And lastly, keep in mind that all the software that you're seeing today and all the data that you're seeing is actually physically sitting on our hosted servers in our data center facility in Washington, and my office is physically in Florida, but in this video I'll be on the old farm in Alabama where I grew up, which just goes to demonstrate that through our services you can live and work from anywhere. Okay, we're here in Alabama, and I'm shooting this video because I often tell people that you can log in and work from anywhere, and I'm going to prove my point. We've got a house across the road over there. We've got another house across the road over there. The next closest, and we've got a house next door. This is the old farm in Alabama. The next closest house is about a mile away, and the next closest house beyond that's about 2 miles away. So we're way out in the boonies out here. This is the old farm. In fact, we still got a little garden going down there. There's some cabbage and kale and broccoli and so on and so forth down there. And this is going to be an unedited video because I don't want you to think we're pulling any tricks here. So we're just going to shoot this from start to finish. Those are a couple of pecan trees in the yard there, and they are good. Been eating a lot of those on the strip. It's Thanksgiving. It's actually the day after Thanksgiving in 2012. And we're going to pan around here, and there's the old red barn where we used to keep the horses. And here is my iPad sitting on the back of my car. Hopefully you can see that okay. Going to be taking a trip down in the woods here in a little bit, and it is deer season right now, so that's why I'm wearing this orange vest. Don't know if that comes through in this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to launch vWorkspace, and I'm going to log in to one of my desktops, one of my servers. So if you can see that, it's connecting. And as soon as this gets done, you're going to see a Windows desktop again. This is an iPad sitting on the trunk of my car in rural Alabama. If you want to look it up on the map, it's Bleecker, Alabama. I'm not even sure that shows up on Google. The next town up is Salem, Alabama, and the next town the opposite direction is Smiths, Alabama. So we're right in between those two. If you want to look those two up on Google, you can see where we're at and how rural this really is. Okay, there's my desktop. It's a Windows desktop. You can see Word. And I just launched it. I've got Act on here. And I've got QuickBooks. I'll open up QuickBooks. You can see how responsive that is. All I'm doing is tapping the buttons just as if I'm sitting at my computer, and I'm not going to type in the username and password at this point, but what I am going to do is I'm going to go back and open up Act, This is the full-blown version of ACT. This happens to be ACT 2012 on this server. And you can see that it's logging in. I'm going to type in my password, so excuse me for just a moment. We'll give you a picture of the barn while I do that. Okay, back to the screen. Turn off the keyboard. And again, this is the full-blown version of ACT. We're able to go in and customize the fields in ACT just like we would if we were running the desktop version. So everything I can do in ACT at my computer, in my office in Florida, I can do right here from this iPad in Bleecker, Alabama. I'm going to keep the video running now while we hop on the four-wheeler and ride down through the woods. I'll be back in just a little bit. Just so you know, this is totally legal. It's still our property. It's just a cable that we have across here. Keep vehicles from driving in here. Okay, we're here. We're going to test this again on the seat of my iPad. I don't even know for sure if this is going to work up here. Don't know if I've got a signal, but we're going to find out here in just a moment. I'm going to try to turn this so you don't get too bad of a glare. Just in case you were wondering, all that stopping and going that I was doing was because I had this iPad riding on the seat between my legs, and I kept having to stop because it kept slipping out. And look at that. We are connecting to my desktop. So, we'll let this load up the rest of the way here. Okay, here we are. And if let's launch Act again. I'm going to look away for a moment. Okay. And there you have it. It's logging into Act 2012, logging into our company database, and we're in. And that database is currently live with our database back at the, well, it's actually this database and this screen that you're seeing is coming from Bellingham, Washington, almost the total opposite corner of the U.S. And you can see how responsive it was at logging in. And if you look here, oops, it's popping up some rollovers there. Again, it's Thanksgiving right now, so it's wanting to know why I haven't been doing any work. But at any rate, as I scroll through there, the alarms were coming up. That's what caused that little pause. Let's do it a little bit more. Oh, I'm at the end of the database. Let's go back to the beginning. You can see almost as fast as I'm tapping the screen, I'm moving from to record to record. So it's very responsive. If I click look up, there's the lookup menu. So that's incredible. Here's the contacts window. Okay, I've also got on this same desktop, as I showed you earlier, we've got Microsoft Office, we've got Word, Excel, PowerPoint. If I open up Excel, just double tap it just like you would if you were launching it from a desktop. You saw how quick that opened, okay? So look at that. Look how fast that is. That's incredible. So this, all to illustrate a point, there's a deer stand right there. So if you were up on the deer stand, you could be working. We're up under a power line right now in the middle of a big, huge sage field. And I'm going to tell you, we are so far away from anything. But yet, we've got good signal. This iPad happens to be a Verizon iPad. And from what I can tell, it's pretty true that they have better coverage because the coverage here is awesome and we're way out in the middle of nowhere. Well, that wraps this video up. Thanks for watching. Thanks again for taking a few minutes to watch this video from virtualroof.com. Keep in mind, everything that you saw in this video can be done from any of the devices on this screen. If you'd like more information about us, you can go to our website. You could also do a search for virtualroof.com on YouTube. You can send us an email at info@virtualroof.com, or you can call us at 866-932-2281.